Well, all right, here we are on Friday. That means it must be day five of our 5 day challenge, the 5 days of you. So, welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about probably one of the most important things the whole week is staying on track. Of course, a quick review. On Monday, we did our who, found out who we are. On Tuesday, we did our passion, to find out how to find our passion. And on day three, we did finding our life purpose. And of course, yesterday did mission and goals. So we got all these things put together. I guess mission statement and all our SMART goals together, and we've got our core values settled and everything, and got this stuff figured out. But now we got it going. We got to keep it on track. So here, these are the 9 tips today to really achieve anything you desire. So let's get hopping into it here for today. Well, first of all, success might seem like a combination of good fortune and good genetics, but that's just not true because you can be as successful as anyone else because success is no different than any other skill. You just duplicate the actions and mindsets of successful people and you're going to create success for yourself. Uh, and I love the quote that says, listen to life and you will hear the voice of life crying, be. I mean, the universe just wants you to be. It wants you to go out there and be the person that you're supposed to be and live the life that you're supposed to be, supposed to have. So get out there and make it happen. And of course, we'll talk about it all through the presentation today at A to B for me. What we want to do is concentrate on duplicating the actions and mindsets of successful people because that's what we do here. That's part of our curriculum based program is we want to do that for you to duplicate those actions and mindsets so that you can create success for yourself. A few tips might be all that's required to make that leap from mediocrity to superstar status. I know a lot of folks are, when you're in some of the programs that we are, the compound effect and the miracle morning, we talk about mediocrity a lot. And sometimes that word kind of upsets people, but mediocrity is really, the like the average. It's the best of the worst and the worst of the best. And we want you to leap into superstar status so you can get everything that's out there in the universe that you desire and that's there for you. And the differences between great success and average results are real, but they're really smaller than you might think. And what we're going to do today is go over the 9 ways to achieve anything that you want in life. Well, the first one is kind of talked about this yesterday. You got to have a crystal clear goal. Actually, been talking about it all week, but really honed in on it yesterday with what's your mission and your SMART goals. But having a goal requires making a decision and a commitment. Bottom line, you have to decide: am I going forward, or am I going to stay here? Am I going to go backwards? And a clear goal increases your odds of success dramatically. So, go back and review the 5 days of you. Go back and if you purchase the program, or just go get your worksheets that you've got had all week, and go back and review and be sure that you've got everything that you need to get that crystal clear vision, that crystal clear goal for yourself. Now, the second thing is you got to get help that you require because you don't have to do it alone. Again, this is one of our basis of Proverbs is that no man or woman needs to be out there alone by themselves. We're here to help you, but it's your responsibility. That doesn't mean you have to take on the world alone, but it's your responsibility to get the help you need. And one of the hardest things in the world is sometimes just those simple words of please help me because we don't want to feel like that we don't know what we're doing, or even though we don't know what we're doing, we don't want anybody to think we don't know what we're doing. But don't let that pride inhibit you. Don't let it get in the way. Now you might need a mentor or a helping hand from time to time, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we'll talk about some of our programs here later. But A to B for me, we have a group called the Network, which is we've had a series all week this week along with this one called Surround Yourself With. And it's about the people that you want to surround yourself with. And we see this in the compound effect, miracle morning, just about every text out there. Jim Rohn said it best, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with most, right? So if you want to elevate your life, you want to hang around people that are already elevated. So you never want to, a lot of people use that quote, you never want to be the smartest smartest person in the room, right? So you want to continue to level up your groups and your associations. But if you need a mentor or need a helping hand from time to time, reach out, and that's a part of what we do here at A to B as well. A to B for me as well. All right. Well, also you want to eliminate your limiting beliefs. I love this quote. The greatest limitations you will ever face will be those you place upon yourself. That's Dennis Waitley. And I mean, way back in the day, I met Dennis Waitley and actually was part of one of the original focus groups there on a program he called Goal Mind, GoalMind. And I mean, I was a ripe old age of like 19 or 20 years old. It was quite an experience back then. But your goals and excitement propel you forward. But your limiting beliefs are like that wind in your face, and they'll stop you dead in your tracks if you allow them to. So avoid underestimating the power of negative beliefs to hold you back. And we talked about Frankenstein and Einstein earlier in the week. Frankenstein being your subconscious, your non-conscious mind, and Einstein being your conscious. And of course, Einstein's out there all excited about doing every daggone thing. We can do this. We got this. We're going to buy this. We're going to make this. We're going to help these people, blah, 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 blah. And you got Frankenstein out there whose job, this subconscious mind, the job is just to be sure that you maintain breathing in your life and stay out of harm's way. And so you can't really fault Frankenstein for wanting to do that, but doggone, sometimes you just got to say, dude, you know, back off a little bit. And that's where Einstein comes in. Somebody has to take control and say, dude, look, we know this, and this is what we're going to do. So quit limiting our beliefs and go with us on this one. And as you go out and you do action and you start changing those habits, and those habits just, really become automatic, then those limiting beliefs go away because you've had some success, and success breeds success. So you want to get out there and make it happen, and then you will uh, slowly but surely tame Frankenstein a little bit so that maybe when you reach that cliff, he's going to yell at you not to jump over, even if you do have that strap on your ankle. But you want to be sure that you listen to him in those times. But when we're talking about our success plan, we definitely want to try and keep Frankenstein at bay. And you can call them whatever you want to. I was reading an article in Success Magazine, and I think the lady uh, called the subconscious Rudy, and I think I forget what she called the conscious mind Frank or something. You just pick the name that you want to, or what you want to call them, and don't act like you're a multi-personality person. But if you can separate those out and tell Rudy to shut up, or tell Frankenstein to shut up, and then tell Frank or or Einstein to keep it rolling, then that'd probably be a good way for you to work yourself through this. All right. Well, you want to visualize your success as well. It's common to focus on drudgery that lies ahead. It just is. I mean, you're looking, you get up in the morning, man, look at all the stuff I got to do. How am I going to get this done? And it just makes it hard to keep your enthusiasm high. But if you visualize your success each day, you're going to maintain your enthusiasm, and you're going to really, really increase the odds of success. And like I talked about earlier the week, and what I talk about every week, I guess, is the Phoenix Journal. I just love this thing. If you haven't got one, go up to the A to B for Me store and click it and go. It'll take you right into Amazon. You can take a look at it. But it's just incredible. The resource that is available to you. I think it's like 20 something dollars. It's not expensive, but it really is just an incredible way to keep everything in one place. And if you get into our programs with me, like 84 Days or 84 Days Light, we go through clear vision journaling and really go through how this works for you. But if you can get in every day in one single place and have all your goals and have all your affirmations and have all your vision boards and all your dreams and have all your daily plan and have room for journaling and have room for taking notes and have habit trackers and have roadmaps to success and all these things, book lists and important date event lists and things, all this in one place. My goodness, why would you want anything else? But anyway, the bottom line is success. Go get it. And I've actually, and I just started my new journal here back March 1st, and I put that right in the very, very front of it. In fact, I've got this picture of Moses, holding up his staff when they were going to cross over the river, uh, in the, parting the sea, it says success, go get it. So I got Moses in the front of mine telling me to go get it. But anyway, you want to visualize your success and keep it in front of you every single day, because that keeps your subconscious at bay, and it lets the conscious mind continually uh, bombard the subconscious and say, no, this is what we're doing. This, and in fact, your affirmations should be like afterthoughts, right? You're already there. So there are many ways to do this. And of course, meditation is another one. So you just want to take all these things in and visualize your success. And it is really going to improve your odds of staying on the path and keeping it rolling for yourself. Starve your distractions and feed your focus. This is paramount. You have to eliminate distraction, because they're just they take it can take out, many forms. I mean, it might be a nosy neighbor, a messy house, a television, or the internet, it's that little voice that you say, well, you're about to do a project, or you're about to make your phone calls, or you're about to start writing your book, or whatever it is, and something will come across you. Well, I'll do that. Let me check Facebook real quick and see what's going on. Well, that there you go. I mean, that's subconscious throwing something in there, and basically, if you look down at the bottom, distraction is negotiation away from your goal, and that's what the subconscious is doing. It's negotiating you away from your goal. I mean, it just does. It says, hey, well, we really don't want to do that because we don't like doing that, and we're just going to get rejected, and we don't like rejection, and I don't want you to be upset, and I don't want you to go grab, that whole half gallon of Rocky Road in the freezer today. So I'm gonna distract you, and let's go look at Facebook. Yeah, so that's what the subconscious mind does to you. But you need to find a place that's free of distractions as possible, and it might be turning the dadgum cell phone off. It might be working on a computer that doesn't have all the apps on, or just turn all the apps off or something, and just concentrate on what you need to do. If you're making phone calls and you have an auto dialer, just have your auto dialer up. Don't have all these things with all these notifications and all this kind of stuff that may distract you. Just stay on point. Again, if you got your journal, you can lay out your most valuable project for the day and say, look, I'm going to get this done during this time, and nothing is going to get in my way. And a lot of times, one thing that might help is there's a program that you could utilize just called the 90-60-90 program, where during the day, you just separate your day into 90-minute, 60-minute, and 90-minute increments. And you got 90 minutes of just full on 10x. Got to get your MVP done. Got to get that key productive indicator done. You got to get that one big thing done, and then allow yourself 60 minutes to do all the other crap, all the emails, all the checking up on this, go in and check your Facebook if you want to, and then when that timer goes off, hop back onto your 90 minutes of getting stuff done. So if you need to give yourself some time, separate your day in that way, and just let everybody know, hey, I'm busy from this time to this time doing what I need to do, and I'll get back with you at this time of day, and then I'm back on track doing what I need to do for 90 minutes, and I'll get back to you on this time. So you might want to set your voicemail that way. Someone calls you and say, look, if you're calling between the hours of 10:30 and 11:30, or 9 and noon, or whatever it is, I'll get back with you at noon to 1. So just let them know if you need to do that. But set yourself up somehow so that you've got a place that's free of distractions as possible, because distractions just inhibit progress. That's all there is to it. And we have to push through failure. Edison's famous quote, I have not failed. I just found 10,000 things that don't work. So he just kept going at it and keep going at it. And we've talked about this before, failing forward. There's nothing wrong with failing. Failing is nothing more than education. Sometimes it's a little bit more expensive. Well, I don't know, these days, maybe not, but sometimes failure is more expensive than education. But you want to get in there and you want to get it rolling. You want to keep going. You talk about persistence all week long, but achieving anything significant is going to involve at least a couple of setbacks. It just is. If 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 you've got something out there and there's no failure in it, then it's probably not even worth having. if it's that easy to attain, it's probably not even a goal. It's just a given. So you're going to have some setbacks, and your first plan might be misguided. You get out there and you say, "Well, I thought this was the way I wanted to go, and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah, and blah blah blah." And you turn left and you zig when you should have zagged. But it just might have been that your first plan was misguided, but your second attempt and might involve a little bad luck. So you say, "God, doggone, I didn't zig, I did zag, but doggone, now this happened. COVID showed up or whatever it was showed up in your life, but expect that you'll face a struggle or two." And we talk about that all the time about the fact that you have to prepare your mind for these things and say, look, we're going to go out here and we're going to know that we're going to have some issues. We may have a setback. We may get misguided, but that's okay. And that way your subconscious isn't tearing you up all the time. Now you'll enjoy your eventual success even that much more once you've had these struggles. I guarantee that. It doesn't sound like it now. You say, "Well, no, I don't want to go through all that." Yes, you do. Then you got stories. Then you got a book. Then you got a way to help people. How in the world are you ever going to help people and share your Eunice and share your story if you can't relate to them? So you have to be able to relate to other people and what the issues that they're going through and the struggles they're going through if you're going to help them. So get in there and just push through failure. Like I said, just remember that you're always failing forward. Just don't fail backwards. Okay. And again, be consistent and persistent. What's my favorite word? You guys know that by now. We've been together all week. Persistence. That's just my favorite word. Just keep on going and spend time each day on your objective. That's your key productive behavior. That's your key action. That's the thing that you want to get done that week. Spend time each day on it. Don't let it go by. The longer you skip something, the harder it is to get back to it. I mean, your subconscious all the time telling you. It tells me. Like I get up early in the morning and I'm doing my stuff. I'm reading my devotional and doing my reading and working in my journal for about an hour and a half, and then about 6:30 or 6:40 in the morning somewhere, I hop upstairs and I do my first workout. And all the time, the subconscious is saying, "Oh, you don't really need to do that today. Let's just tell you what we're doing down here. We're getting some good progress, and let's just turn on the computer and let's get some stuff done, right?" But if I listen to that on day one, then day two, if I listen to it, it's gonna be a little bit easier to agree with that. And day three, it's gonna be even a little bit more easy to agree with it. And day four, I'm not even gonna think about working out because my habit has changed. That's how quick bad habits can change. So you want to spend each day on your key objective, and no matter what it is, don't take any excuses. If you get off track, it's like riding a horse. You fall off that horse, dadgummit, get right back on the doggone thing. Like Rocky, when you get knocked down, get right back up. Just keep it going. Just consistency is the key to progress. It's that drip on the water, that drip of water on that rock every day. It's that chopping that tree down one little chip at a time. You're gonna knock it down, but consistency is the key. And avoid putting forth too much effort for a short period of time and then taking too much time off. We got a lot of folks who do that. They get in and my God, they're 90 to nothing. And I mean, it's just a rear end and elbows the whole time. They're just getting after it. And all of a sudden, what it just where'd they go? What are they doing now? Well, I haven't seen a post from these people in forever. I don't know what's going on with them. I hadn't heard from these. To hear from them every day. Now I hear from them at all, right? Because they just they burn themselves out. So avoid doing that and just let's get some consistent effort out there. Now, consistent effort doesn't mean minimum effort. It could mean 10x effort, but wherever you're at, but you guys just got to be consistent. Now, you don't have to work extremely hard if you're consistent. I mean, again, the more you want, the more harder the bigger the goal, the bigger the effort, right? But you do have to work extremely consistent, whether you work hard or not. It's just amazing, just plugging away and plugging away and plugging away and following up and following up and following up, and things will happen. And we go through all this in Compound Effect, Miracle Morning, and Atomic Habits are really kind of our big three core texts, and it's all in there. But everything you read is going to tell you that. I just have to be consistent, no matter what the X level is. All right, and enjoy the process. In all living, have much fun and laughter. Life is to be enjoyed, not just endured. You know, Gordon Hinckley is a great quote because you got to have fun. I mean, that's one of my main core values. FUN. You got to have fun. If you're not enjoying it, then what in the hell are you doing it for? I mean, come on now. I know there's things that you have to do, and you don't may not really like doing them. But if you just keep your eye on the goal and keep your eye on why you're doing that, you can figure out a way to make it fun. But big goals can take a lot of time and effort to achieve. And if you're not enjoying the process, well, you're not making the most of your life because your life isn't fulfilling. And if you can't enjoy the process of achieving your goal, perhaps you just have the wrong goal. That's the bottom line to it. I mean, people out there saying, in real estate, well, I hate, I got showed, 18 different houses, these people before they pick one. Well, if you don't like the process, then get out of the damn profession. And it's your job to help guide them anyway. So if they're looking at 18 houses, you need to figure out a way to make it, 5 houses and process elimination and keep this on yourself. But hey, if you don't enjoy being around people and helping people, then get out of the business because that's what you're there for. But you're also there to be a leader. And it's same thing with any other thing. You've got folks out there just doing sales or whatever it is, or people helping, trying to help people. And there's so many times, especially healthcare, that people are sick. They don't want to be messed with. And so, what's your job? Well, your job is go in there and mess with them. Well, how's that going to turn out? But you have to love, the end result of making these people happy and the fact that these people are going to feel better, and even when they don't want you around. In early days of my life, I was actually in healthcare, and I was a phlebotomist, right? That's one of your first jobs when you first get in the business, and so I'd get up 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, taking people's blood because they had to get their blood drawn before they could get breakfast. And you talk about, rough. I mean, you waking somebody up to, stick a needle in their arm. That's kind of rough. And these people can get kind of upset. But you come in late someday, and they're waiting on their breakfast before you can. They're waiting on you to get your blood before they can get their breakfast. Then you really make them mad. So it's kind of six of one, half the other. But the bottom line is you have to love the fact of what you're doing it for, even when other people don't realize. The reason and at the moment they're really not bought in on you. But enjoy the process of whatever you're doing. There's going to be some times when it's not as easy and not as fun as you want it to be. But hey, just keep looking down the road at what the big picture is for yourself. Then pay attention to the quality of your processes. Everything in life is a process. And C.S. Lewis got a couple of quotes I just love from him. This is another one. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. Uh, so, I mean, if you've got you've heard the quote, how do you eat an elephant? Well, one bite at a time. Well, that's how your goals have to be. You have to just to pay, you have to have that process. You have to have a system. And just like we talked, imagine your goal is to lose 25 pounds. Well, it's easy to become too obsessed with the number on the scale and say, oh my God, it's 25 pounds. Oh man, I haven't lost any weight. I've been working on this for a whole week and I haven't lost any weight. Well, instead, focus on following your diet and the exercise plan. If you just keep focusing on the diet, and focus really more on the diet than the exercise plan. If I'm truthful here, because I mean, abs begin in the kitchen. They don't begin in the exercise plan. So you can ruin your total exercise plan by eating all that crap. But instead, focus on your following your diet and exercise plan, and quit being obsessed over the scale. I weigh in once a week just to see what the heck's going on. I know there's people that weigh in every day and they get all upset because, well, I did this yesterday and I didn't get anything out of it. Well, just chill. Just chill. Just pay attention to the plan. Let's look at it in 12 weeks, right? But assuming your plan is a good one, now you could have bad plan. There you go. I mean, that could be the problem. But your compliance is really all that matters. If you have a good plan, and your compliance is going to drive your results. So that's staying to task and doing what you need to do. I know in marketing, especially internet marketing, you can go through a dry spell when you're doing your Facebook marketing or whatever it is, and you might go through a couple hundred people and nobody's doing anything, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 here it comes. Everybody starts rolling through. So, it's a law of large numbers. It's just about anything that we do. So just hang in there and keep it rolling and persistent, consistent, and you'll know your numbers, especially if you're doing, a good system and you're watching your numbers and you're watching your key productive indicators like we talked about in 12-week year and also in the Phoenix Journal. If you're watching those things, you're going to have those key productive indicators. Sure, you're going to know it's going to take me 100 calls to get you know, 18 people that I can actually talk to, and all those 18 I can talk to, I'm actually going to have five. They're going to have a decent conversation with me, and maybe one even have an appointment with me. And out of those five, I'll close one or two. But it takes time to get those things. Just keep your plan, keep it rolling, and just be sure that you pay attention to the quality of your processes because you just don't want to keep doing the wrong thing. And this is another way that you might want to utilize a mentor, someone who is a few uh, is really departed from your processes and back look on the outside looking in and can see things that you don't see because you're just too close to the situation. So maybe a mentor is a good person to seek out. Uh, Again, to assume that your plan is actually a good one, you may need someone to check it out for you. All right. And here's my favorite, as we talked about earlier in the week, C.S. Lewis quote, that you just can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. And this is what really changed my life because we do get messed with. I talked to a guy this morning, and he was all full of disdain and woe and regret and all this kind of stuff. And I told him that, the bottom line is don't fret and don't regret, but just beget. I mean, get out there and get it going. I mean, you can sit here and you can think about all the things that went wrong in your life and you can beat the hell out of yourself 24/7 if you want to, but don't just take regret out of the picture because what happened happened. It's in the rearview mirror. Yeah, and don't fret about it. So, I mean, again, worrying is just a negative goal. So quit worrying about it. So no fret and no regret. Just go out and beget. Make it happen, because you can be as successful as you want to be. And anything, I guarantee anything you desire is at your fingertips. You just must be willing to change your approach because, the God, the universal whoever that you believe in, is not going to allow you to desire something that you can't have. The universe is just not mean like that. If you can desire it, that means you can have it. If what the mind can achieve and believe it can achieve. I mean, that's Napoleon Hill from way back when. But that's just, it's out there for you. So it's right there. You just have to change your approach on how you're going to get it. And the bottom line to really this whole week is that you got this. You've got it. You don't need to rely on luck or idyllic paths for success. You already have everything you need. You just need to enhance your approach to achievement, and the rewards are going to follow. So that's what we've been talking about all week, and hopefully, what you're figuring out for yourself this week has really made it worth the zero price of admission that you pay for this week. And I joke about that, but it's kind of funny because when I pay for challenges, it's funny how have people pay for a challenge. It's funny how much more they pay attention and how much more participation I get. So don't let the price tag of this 5-day challenge diminish the fact that all the stuff that you need have been here all week. You just need to take advantage of it. So enhance your approach to achievement, and those rewards are going to follow. Now, we talked about earlier, if you look in the middle of the screen here, the Happy New You, it's a brand new year. And it doesn't matter if, like I said, if it's New Year's or it's February 1st, March 1st, April 1st, what it is, it's your first. And we want to uh, reward you for being here all week with us with a free download for Happy New You. So hop into the Facebook group and you're going to see that up there today for you. Just click that PDF and it is yours. It's going to go over evaluating your life, the process of change, and developing a 12-month plan. So that's absolutely free. I think it's about 27-page ebook we put together for you. So it's got some good stuff in it. And then as far as we're concerned, A to B for me, everybody said, well, okay, who are you guys? Some of you may have went up and looked at our website, but really what we do is curriculum-based personal development coaching. And it's a little bit different style. It's not so much going to an event and having a big old rah-rah meeting, get all motivated, and then by the time you get home, you're deflated again. This is about just time-tested, proven processes. And what we do, the emphasis on our program is to read material, to learn the material through the deep dives, and then implement the material through our action steps in our coaching. So we're here to help you, but it's a curriculum-based personal development coaching, something you can keep with you for the rest of your life because you're going to own the books and you're going to own the worksheets and you're going to own the action plans. The bottom line is you've probably got books on your shelf that you've read, or maybe and getting anything out of it. But I guarantee you, there's a ton of books on your shelf that you bought and you've never read, and you're never going to read them, or you read the first 6 pages. But the bottom line is, folks, you got to read if you're going to get ahead. And in our program, it's basically 10 pages a day is what you got to read. And let's just keep it rolling. But we have all kinds of deep dives out here. Now, if you're just getting started, we really recommend Deep Dive to Destiny, which is our foundational series. Our 3 core texts, again, are Compound Effect, The Miracle Morning, and Atomic Habits. And we stack these into Deep Dive to Destiny because all 3 of those together is somewhere in the neighborhood of 18, 19 weeks to go through those programs individually. So what we did is we combined them into Deep Dive to Destiny, and we tightened it up a little bit. So that Deep Dive to Destiny is just a 60-day program. So you can knock out all 3 of those texts. Now you got to get busy. You can't sit around and lounge around all the time. It's something you got to do every single day. But it's every 3 days you knock one of these out there, and we're going to give you some more action steps. So we really condensed it for you so you can get through it in 60 days. So if you're just getting started, all right, a low commitment level is really Deep Dive to Destiny. Now, if you're ready to level up and really make some changes in your life, 84 days is our premier program, and you can go out there and check it out. But 84 days, if you divide that by 7, that's 12 weeks, and so it's going to get you started on a 12-week year. And in here, we're going to go through journaling. We're going to go through all 3 deep dives. We're going to go through Deep Dive to Destiny, and then we're going to hop into 12-week year, and then we're going to end up with The Rhythm of Life with Matthew Kelly, which is just an incredible book on your passions. And then within 84 days, we also have some one-on-one strategy sessions. So I think we just added strategy sessions to Deep Dive to Destiny as well. So we'll go up there and check that out. But I do think you have an initial strategy session with Deep Dive to Destiny, so we can kind of sit down and go through what what your goals are, and then you go through it, and then at the end of it, 60 days down the road, we'll do a debrief for you. 84 days, you get 5. So 5 sessions. So you get 1 in the beginning, 1 in the end, and 3 in the middle. And then I think we, in 84 Days Light, which is another program that we have, it just takes out part of 84 days, some of the strategy sessions and some other things. But we've got some programs for you to take a look at. And if you want to look at those, go up to a2bforme.com and check those out. We'd love to get you started. And then for continuation, what we do at A2B4Me is we have the network. And the network, basically, your network, and Jim Rohn says this all the time, is going to determine your net worth. So it's very important. We had this program called Surround Yourself With, and it's just who are you going to surround yourself with? And well, if you're in the network, you're going to surround yourself with high achievers. And we have 3 levels of membership in the network. We have the gold membership, which is really just a kind of a starting out membership, not a lot of personal mentoring in there, but you have access to all of our programs and resources. And that was like $365 a year. And then you move up to diamond for the people that you're really more serious and they want some one-on-one strategy sessions, and they can set up appointments for those, and it's based on availability. But we have weekly sessions and monthly sessions in there. And then platinum is really for our really high achievers and the folks that really want to make a difference and get to that next level. And it's a very limited group. We only have a dozen of those at any one time because they're it's a very time intensive program, because we have weekly coaching sessions. And so it just takes a lot of time, so we can't have more than a dozen. So that's kind of got to apply for that membership. But we do have whatever level that you feel like you need, we've got that available for you. Now, to get into any of these, you have to complete 84 Days Light at least, which is the second level program. But with 84 days, it's actually gold level is included with that program. So get up there and look at those. Deep Dive Destiny, 84 Days Light and 84 Days, and maybe one of those will work out for you, and we can get you rolling. I think the prices are, so I think Deep Dive Destiny is $197. I think 84 Days is 497 and 84 days, I think it's 997. So different levels of commitment, but different things for you. So get up and take a look at that, a2bforme.com, and see what works for you. And then a2bforme.info/the network if you want to check out the benefits of the network. All right. Well, the bottom line is we want to keep you moving in the direction of your dreams, and that's in orange because destiny is in orange on our A to B for Me strategy. We want you to go through the thoughts, the action, the habits, the character, and get to your destiny. That's why we're even here. So when you're ready to roll, not a if, but when you're ready to roll, reach out to us at a2bforme.com because we are here for you. That's why we started the program. That's why I'm here, is to help you. So I'm going to end up this week with one of my favorite quotes from Leonardo da Vinci. He said, I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. And being willing is not enough. We must do. So I'm going to challenge you folks. The final challenge for the week here is just do. Do something. Get out there and make it happen for yourself because you deserve all there is to get in life, and you deserve a fulfilled life. And don't like we talked about yesterday. Don't be on that deathbed, thinking about all those regrets. And yeah, let's get out there and let's get your legacy rolling. And remember, we are here for you. So just reach out to us when you're ready at a2bforme.com. And until then, just keep moving in the direction of your dreams, and we will talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye.